Hello to our freaky family. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Kandi.
And this is Sips of Crime.
It's happy hour.
So grab a glass.
Grab a friend.
And let's dive in. Are we telling our ages now?
I think so. I mean, we have been to so many vineyards.
Been to a lot of vineyards.
This has got to be a really, really moldy cake by now.
I can only imagine.
I really thought I was going to hate this because it was red.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Oh my God, how much coffee did you buy? I don't know, I've never been to jail.
Welcome back, everybody. How have you guys been? Wow, we have missed you guys.
Yes, we have.
We are so excited to be back. We took a little break.
Yes, we did.
Took a little nap. Took a little nappy nap.
I don't feel like we took one, though.
Well, we've been so busy, and that's the reason that we needed to just kind of step away for a minute. Our kids are full swing summer vacation, and we had some vacations planned. We just got back from vacation.
Yes,
so
with no children.
Right, and so we just had a lot going on. And we had a couple of projects that we wanted to kind of knock out and focus on. They were for the podcast, so we really, truly weren't resting. But, so we're excited to be back, though, after taking a little break. We did just return back from Asheville. We've you guys have probably already seen some of our Asheville posts. We had a great trip for my birthday, and it was a lot of fun. Got matching tattoos.
Yes, if you haven't done that with your best friend, you should totally do it.
Yes,
you haven't been to Asheville, go for the food.
Yeah, just for the food. That's like definitely the highlight of it. And we have, Asheville holds a special place in my heart. We go a lot with family and friends out there. It's just a beautiful place to just take a breather, and you can really kind of do like whatever you want. There's something for everybody in that city. Like if you want mountainous views and, then there you have that. Go get a cabin.
We literally parked the car at the hotel and did not get back in the car till we were leaving.
Yeah. Like if you want downtown city life, stay downtown in a hotel. You can literally walk anywhere, and Uber is always readily available. If you're looking for like super fancy kind of golf trip, the Omni Grove is out there. Yeah. The Omni Park Grove Inn is gorgeous, and tons of stuff to do out there. So yeah, we just had like a really great time, and it's just a beautiful place, and has a little bit of everything for everybody. We are recording early today.
We are.
Yeah.
At 11:51 in the morning.
Yeah, 11. We normally record after work, and so we're a little early.
When it is time for wine.
Yes, when it's actually time for wine. So we're going to switch it up on you guys a little bit. We're going to be actually trying a spiked coffee pod, and I'm going to let Kandi take that over.
So it's by Cask and Kettle. It is a hot blonde coffee. It's vodka and coffee with vanilla and natural flavors in caramel color.
Yeah, so they're K-cups that go in your Keurig, y'all.
One pod equals this not little coffee cup on this box, you guys.
Yeah, it looks pretty big. It's like a stein of coffee.
Yes, it's huge. And it tells you the directions, place the empty mug, in your brewer, and then put the pod in. And then it actually tells you the settings for if you do a 6-ounce cup, 8-ounce cup, 10-ounce cup, how much alcohol is in that cup size. So a 6-ounce cup is 6.8% alcohol. The 8-ounce cup is 5.4, and a 10-ounce is 4.4.
Okay. So the bigger cup you use, the less alcohol you're going to get out of it. That makes sense. We're going to try this one out for you and let you guys know if it's any good.
It does say that you can add a splash of cream, a swirl of honey, or grated nutmeg. It is actually made with decaffeinated coffee.
Oh, okay, so it's not going to give you the second kind of buzz.
No, and so that's right up my alley.
Good, yeah, you can drink it.
We don't need any extra caffeine, and not for children.
Not for children. Well, you don't say.
I'm assuming, who is giving their child coffee?
I was just getting ready to say, I'm not giving my child coffee or alcohol.
But please enjoy responsibly.
Perfect. Well, it smells phenomenal, I have to say. I mean, it's...
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you definitely get vanilla and caramel. And we're going to try it just straight undoctored, but we also have some coffee creamer and some coffee syrup and some whipped cream, too, for like a second sip, just to see
It's not bad by itself.
It's actually really good. It's not strong coffee.
No.
Necessarily.
And you literally can't taste the alcohol in it, so I feel like that's a little dangerous.
Yeah, it can be. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of sugar-free caramel macchiato.
That was not a little bit.
International.
You just... That looks almost like milk. Do you want some coffee with your cream?
I put more than that in like a regular cup of coffee.
I don't. I have cream with my coffee, not coffee with my cream.
And now we have a nice little latte.
That is better, but I think Cool Whip makes anything better.
Yeah. Do the creamer. If you get these, do the creamer. Cask and kettle. Good. Yeah. Well, as always, we'll tag them. So we actually haven't had a whole lot of time to really catch up also with each other, with you guys.
Uh-huh.
I thought that I was dying the other day.
Dying?
Yep. So I was...
You didn't call me?
No, it was very fast. It all happened very, very quickly. So I have been noticing that, like, sometimes my fingers and toes kind of go numb, but not like a diabetic symptom of numb, but like literal pale, you know? And it was never like really a big deal. It normally happens like when I was like outside and it was raining, like going grocery shopping or something. And I've just noticed it here and there. Well, I was...
Like going numb and going pale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, it was always so fast and quick. Like it was, I thought, and it happened so rarely that it wasn't a big deal. Well, I was in my bathroom and I was doing my skincare and like, you know how you get a cold chill?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that kind of happened. And then that numbness started happening on my fingers. Except this time it was happening on both of my hands at the exact same time. And it was going all the way down to like my knuckles. Just pale. I totally and completely freak out. Okay. And I like start, warming them up. Like I'm, because it's never happened that big like before.
So did it
all
just
the way
happen
down.
Quickly?
I didn't know. I feel like it was also happening longer. And so I start like freaking out. I'm like, what is happening? Like, am I physically like watching myself get frostbite right now? Like, am I about to watch my fingers fall off? I start profusely rubbing my fingers, Kandi. Like, I've got towels going. I've got hot water in the sink, all this stuff.
Can you not feel the hot water?
I cannot feel them. The tips of my fingers are completely numb, and all the way down to my knuckles are stark, dead, ghost white. Okay, you guys, I'm thinking I'm dying. And then they turn purple. The tips start to turn purple, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like maybe there's like blood is like about to like, pool in the tips of my fingers because they're turning purple. It was terrible. And then it just kind of slowly, went away. I started to regain finger and blood starts flowing again. So I start to calm down. I realize I'm not dying and that everything's okay. And of course, the first thing I did was go to TikTok.
Why did you go to TikTok to find out what the hell was going on with your fingers? Why didn't you go to freaking Google?
Because Google scares me.
Well, Google does come up with
TikTok gives me at least like video footage of something that I can compare it to. So it's called Renown's phenomenon. Okay, it's not a disease or a condition or anything like that. It's just this thing that happens. But this is what my fingers look like.
The microcirculation in your digits don't work very well, just like
except it was way worse.
And your hands get really cold. You can warm them up and warm them.
Yeah, I was like,
when
you
did
should
it
have
start?
seen me. I want to say that I probably started noticing it like a year or so ago, but it like it had
especially
happened.
with them turning purple.
Oh, whenever they started turning purple, I thought I had rubbed them too hard. Oh gosh, I thought, oh my god, I'm making it worse. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So that was fun. In the spirit of our Asheville trip, though, we decided,
And, pale purple fingers.
and pale, ghost white fingers. We decided that we're going to bring you a haunted Asheville episode for happy hour to bring us all back to our normal scheduling and to get us back in the groove of things. We wanted to keep it
the
light.
freaky family life.
Freaky family life. We wanted to keep it light, keep it airy, keep it moving, keep it pushing. What do the cool kids say these days? So we both did some snooping around on the internet, and we found some really cool haunted Asheville things. So again, if you're planning a trip, maybe you guys want to incorporate some of these fun explorations to your itinerary.
Yes, and they do have a ghost bus tour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is just an hour long. We actually found it when we were searching for some info. And you get on the bus, they take you around to these little haunted places, and they tell you a story. And you can bring alcohol, but you have to buy it from, of course, their bar. It just looks like a lot of fun.
It does look like a ton of fun. So whenever we head back out there to Asheville, we will definitely be booking a trip for that. So
and it's
that'll
only
be
an
fun.
hour.
Yeah. I mean, that's exciting. You get to get so much done and still fit that into your day. I mean, so much fun. So, do rock, paper, scissors for who goes first. Rock. Oh, wait, it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So we're going on shoot.
Right.
Okay. Paper, scissors, shoot. Paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I go first. All right. So I actually found for you guys, I believe it was 13 Asheville ghosts.
Ooh.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Grab a glass.
Grab a friend.
And let's dive in. So we've got Helen's Bridge, which according to stories, Helen was a young mother who lived on the mountain and lost her daughter in a fire. After their deaths, she was so stricken with grief that she took her own life by hanging herself at this bridge, which was constructed in 1909. An alternate version of the story tells us that she was having an affair with the master of nearby Zealandia Mansion. People have reported catching car trouble at the spooky site, and some say Helen appears to them and asks the whereabouts of her child. Bum, bum, bum. I know that we recommended this earlier, but maybe if you're not for haunted stuff, maybe don't go to the Grove Park Inn. But the Omni Grove Park Inn is home to the Pink Lady.
Is it?
Yes, an unknown woman who haunts the area around room 545 in the original inn, which was built in 1917.
So we're going to have to go stay in that room.
Have to go stay in that room. She fell to her death from a balcony inside the hotel sometime in the 20s. Not much is known about her, but she sometimes appears as a pink mist or a woman wearing a pink gown to guests and visitors. Rumor has it that she was at the hotel to have a secret affair. She's a friendly spirit, but has also been known to play pranks, especially, oh gosh, she likes to tickle your feet.
No. If we stay in that room and that happens, I'm done. Done.
We also have the Battery Park Hotel. It's an apartment building now, but the former hotel was the site of a grisly murder in 1936. It opened in 1924. A 19-year-old college student, Helen Clevenger, who was staying at the hotel with her uncle, was viciously attacked in her room on the night of July 15th. An employee of the hotel was convicted and put to death for the crime, but many people believe that he wasn't the killer and that the confession was beaten out of him, especially because he had an alibi. There's a good sign.
Well, yeah.
People have reported feeling a presence in the building for many, many years.
Oh.
We have the Riverside Cemetery. There are over 13,000 graves in Asheville's historic cemetery, including many of the city's most famous residents and visitors. But most ghost stories reflect the area's past as a Civil War battle site. Just down the road, the 1865 Battle of Asheville had taken place. People have seen Confederate troops walking past them while visiting the cemetery.
Nope.
We now have the Jackson Building. Asheville was hit hard during the Great Depression, and several people reportedly flung themselves from the top of this building, which was WNC's first skyscraper when it was built.
Oh, I could not imagine flinging myself off a building.
Yeah, it was built in 1924 after the stock market crashed. People report seeing a man's face in a top window of the building and believe that he was one of the suicides from that time. We also have Craggy. What do you think that is? That's a strange word.
I would say craggy.
Craggy Prison. This iconic creepy site was built in 1924. Lots of happening in the 20s.
Yeah.
Asheville must have been a hopping place in the roaring 20s. Built in 1924 and used until the new prison opened in 1989. While no official ghosts have ever been reported here, it's still on the spookiest abandoned spots in Asheville list.
I feel like any old building that is abandoned gives off spooky vibes.
Yes.
Period.
For sure. I do agree with that. Yes, it says nothing official. It's just an extra creepy spot. Building number 9 at the old VA hospital. It's just reopened as the Hope and Recovery Center, but this building, which was closed for 44 years, has long been known to be haunted. After 44 years of just being closed and abandoned, oh gosh.
How is it still standing?
Visitors report being scratched, yelled at, and even pushed, and some people have seen apparitions.
I could see it.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it was a VA hospital.
Yeah. That is pretty creepy.
Back in, what'd you say, the 20s? Or does it specify?
It doesn't actually specify when that building was open, but it was closed for 44 years.
Yeah.
Let's see. We also have Irwin High School. Oh, Lord, a school. Poltergeist activity is frequently reported at the school, which was built on the site of the... See, there's your problem. It was built on the site of Country Home Cemetery.
Who's going to... No. Now, okay.
You built a high school on a cemetery?
Why are we building anything on top of a cemetery? That's just asking for trouble.
With over 1,000 graves.
That's just asking for trouble.
That were moved.
The bull crap.
To accommodate the new school building.
Bull crap. You're not going to sit here and tell me that some people went and moved 1,000 graves. Where'd they put them? I got questions.
It says the bodies were re-interred behind the elementary school.
You're kidding me. No.
However, because most of the graves were unmarked, they could effectively be located.
So they didn't. If they couldn't even locate them, they didn't dig them all up. And then if they weren't even...
They couldn't even identify.
Then you're just over here putting bodies back in the ground behind the elementary school. This is not okay. This is why you got a problem.
Yes, for sure. Here's your sign.
Hi, it's me. The problem is me.
Wow. Oh, gosh. Other reports include the elevator moving by itself, objects flying around, floating heads, and slamming doors.
In the school?
In the school. Oh, Lord. Apparently the Biltmore Estate, the famous Biltmore Estate, is also haunted. America's largest private home is big enough to fit all of the ghosts on the property. Some claim to have seen the ghosts of George Vanderbilt roaming around the estate. Others say they hear the sound of a party. Hey, I'm okay with that. Complete with laughter and clinking champagne glasses. Count me in.
I mean, I'll go party with you.
Yeah, as well as Edith calling her husband's name in the library. People have also reported hearing sounds of swimmers splashing around in the pool, which is empty.
Like it ain't got no water in it?
Yeah, the pool at the Biltmore Estate doesn't have water in it. I don't think that would be a safe place to go swimming anyway. It's very old.
Well, you can't go swimming if you ain't got no water.
Yeah, no, they don't. They keep it empty. I'm not sure if it was ever filled back up, like after. Yeah.
Interesting.
Empty pool, but they hear splashing. Basilica of St. Lawrence. The architect of this landmark church, Raphael Guastavino, is actually buried inside the building's walls. Although his wife and children were buried just down the road, it said they moved in to be near Raphael. So their spirits went back to the house. Aww. Poltergeist activity like slamming doors has been reported, and as well as strange lights. Some people have seen the ghosts of a priest who supposedly died walking around. We've also got the forestry compound. This site was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the early 1900s and will soon be the brand new headquarters of Burial's new beer bar. which is appropriate since it's reportedly been haunted for years. Yes, a Burial is a pretty good brewery out there in Asheville. We have been. I have. I don't think we actually went on our trip. Yeah, but I've been there. They've got some pretty good beer, and it's all themed around hauntings and skeletons and cool, like, darks.
Have to check it out.
Yeah. So I guess they're building a new headquarters down there. It says a woman allegedly who died there is said to appear to visitors, and one person supposedly saw a toilet on the property filled with blood. Highland Hospital, though the main building is no longer standing, this spot in Montford was where Zelda Fitzgerald and 8 other women died in a fire in 1948. Some people think she was actually locked in her top floor room while the building burned.
Oh, God.
And those are our ghosts of Asheville, guys.
Yeah. We didn't see any ghosts that I'm aware of.
We didn't do any haunted shit while we were in Asheville either.
No, we
ate. We didn't have time. We were eating.
Okay.
What do you have for us today, Kandi?
Well, since we brought up the Biltmore Estates, I'm going to talk about the tragedies that happened there.
Ooh.
So, of course, Biltmore Estates is in Asheville. And those who don't know, it's a 250-room mansion that was built in 1895 and owned by George Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, it's a pretty big attraction in Asheville. It is definitely something that I want to say the majority of people go to who haven't been to Asheville before, so the place is always packed. So if you guys are planning an Asheville trip and want to do Biltmore, my recommendation would be to do it early, around like a holiday. The Biltmore is absolutely gorgeous at Christmas.
There's a
winery there, so you can do a wine tasting and take home some wine. They have delicious wine at the vineyard there. At the winery there. But Christmas is a great time to do it. I think they also do like a Halloween theme, which would be a lot of fun. Yes, especially with your ghosts. I think they do talk about the ghosts of Biltmore Estate on the little tour. Eat at the Stable Cafe, but book your reservation in advance. The food is phenomenal, but you can really plan a whole trip. You have to do the botanical gardens, but just make sure you're planning ahead because it is going to be packed regardless of when you go. Don't think that you guys can just pop into this place.
So the most common haunted area that the guests talk about is the pool room. The Biltmore Estate pool is a 70,000-gallon swimming pool that had a heating system and underwater lights, which ahead of its time, that wasn't there then.
Oh, second to none. I mean, it was an innovation.
It had ropes along the edges to help people who were in danger. However, the pool did not have a filtration system, so the water had to be drained and refilled every few days.
God.
Right? Wouldn't that be terrible?
The pool is huge.
I haven't been there, and I want to go. I really want to go at Christmas time.
I'll go with you at Christmas time. I've been to Biltmore so many times because we go to Asheville a lot, and the family comes and we have to go see Biltmore, and you're like, okay, great, let's do that, fine. So I tend, that was my one rule when we went to Asheville. I was like, I'm not doing Biltmore. But I will go with you at Halloween or Christmas.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Christmas. I love Christmas. Most guests who enter the pool room get an eerie feeling. Guests have claimed to feel nauseous or anxious when entering the room and were only able to catch their breath after walking away from the pool. Some claim it's just the shape of the room and how the voices echo, but others think it's haunted. Some people reported hearing the sound of the water splashing even though the pool was empty. Others have claimed to hear laughter coming from the drain. A few guests have even seen an apparition known as the Lady in Black in the room.
Ooh.
It's possible that these encounters are related to a Biltmore Estate pool death. There are rumors that a child who was a friend of the Biltmore family drowned during a pool party and continues to haunt the room. However, there are no documents proving this death, and the Biltmore Estate employees deny the event.
Well, I bet they do. Yes, it's like a huge empty pool. And it is. I have to tell you, it's so big that it is a little nauseating looking down into it from where you enter
could see that.
The tour, and you only get to go on this edge. You can't walk around or get in. It's completely roped off. You know what I think is also so funny is how all these like hotels and all of these haunted places, like everywhere you go, they always have a lady in something.
Oh, yeah.
Some sort of grand dress, that's a specific color. I think it's always so funny.
It is. So we talked about George Vanderbilt. Of course, it is said that he haunts it. He died tragically in 1914 after an appendectomy. And people claim they've heard his wife, Edith, talking to his ghost in the estate's library. Now, people who have gone in the library during these tours or to clean the room have added that they felt uneasy upon entering, similar to the eerie feeling of the pool room. Some people even say they saw Vanderbilt's ghost reading a book.
That's what I would be doing if I had that library and I was a ghost. I would be in that library and I would be reading.
Before George passed away, he and Edith almost boarded the Titanic. They had booked tickets for the ship, but they canceled after a friend talked them out of it.
Freaky.
2 boys were killed at the gate of the Biltmore Estates in 1922. A man named Walter Brooks was guarding the gates when he was instructed to investigate a suspicious vehicle.
Oh, wow.
There were 5 young men in the car, and they said they were going to take the place. Well, while it's unclear exactly what they meant, Brooks saw this as a threat. He ended up killing 2 and injuring 1 while the other 2 escaped. Brooks was charged for killing the boys, but he insists he was just reacting to a threat. He was also punished for being armed during his trial.
Oh my gosh, that's your resident, like,
that was your job.
You have the right to protect your job. I mean, come on. He probably lived there too.
Probably.
I know he was working, but I mean, my point is he probably lived there too.
Well, yeah, they had all those rooms. Why not?
I mean, good Lord, he's protecting.
The Halloween room of the estate is a basement that was initially used as storage, but it's covered in murals on the walls that many guests find creepy. It's suspected that the room was painted that way for a Halloween event because cats, bats, and other Halloween-related images cover the walls. There are no reported tragedies in the room, but many people get the same bone-chilling feeling they get when they enter the library or the pool room. There's a rumor that the Halloween room is haunted by the apparition of an intoxicated woman wearing a flapper outfit.
Oh, workers, again, 20s, 19, right? Roaring 20s.
Workers who thought they were alone in the building have also reported hearing footsteps, voices, and screams. The painting's not that creepy.
It's pretty Halloween-y.
It is Halloween-y, but it doesn't look super creepy.
It's not, like, dark.
In the gardens outside of the Biltmore Estates, guests have claimed to see a headless orange cat wandering around.
Oh my God!
However, there are no records of a cat ever living with the Vanderbilts, and no one knows how this ghost-like feline lost its head.
That's terrible.
Biltmore Estate is full of hidden passages.
Oh, it is. Yes, there's all these like creepy, weird like things and like pulley systems in the walls and stuff. Like they have this kitchen down at the bottom where like it was kind of like the maid's quarters, and so like they have this huge kitchen where they would prepare meals and stuff, and then put it on these things to pull them up to the top level where the guests were.
And like a dumbwaiter thing?
Yeah. I mean, and they're just all over the house. There's like laundry chutes and hidden doorways and staircases.
See, and that's creepy. And if that's the fact, maybe like the footsteps that you hear or the
like
people,
other people
that work there, and you just don't know about these little secret passageways.
Could you imagine like that being your job? Like, just go freak out the guests. Like, get in all of the little hidey holes and the little packet, and
I would do it.
And just walk up and down them and make ominous noises.
I would. I would do it. I would totally do it. I need that job.
I would love to get paid for that.
And that is all the tragedies that are listed for the Biltmore house.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sure that you guys could hear our excitement or at least mine. I mean, Asheville is just a beautiful place, and I definitely recommend making a trip out there if you.
We're definitely going back.
Yeah, if you can fit that in, because it's worth it, and you can keep it as spooky as you want, or as fancy as you want, or as secluded as you want, or.
So many options.
Well, we've really got a lot of exciting things coming for you guys. We just finished recording a crossover episode with our buddy Liam. He is the host of Crime Over Wine, and so that is going to be coming out very, very soon. So keep your eyes and ears posted for that. We're going to have some little sneaky peeks of that popping up here and there. And if you haven't started following him or listening to his podcast, definitely check him out as well. All of his information will be obviously listed on that episode in the show notes and on our Instagram and Facebook. But if you haven't checked him out, go and follow him and get ready for, our episode together. You guys can get to know him a little bit before our episodes post.
He's a hoot.
He's a hoot and a half. He's a lot of fun, y'all. We love Liam. And we've also got some fun Patreon stuff coming. I think that we're right on the tail end of getting that off the ground. So we're going to have that coming up. And we're just really excited to be back.
Yes.
We missed you guys. We hope you guys have an amazing summer ahead of you.
And I hope everybody has a happy 4th.
Yes, 4th of July is going to be the day after this episode posts, so that's extremely exciting. And hopefully you guys can find the time in your busy schedules to keep us on your playlists, and we hope that you guys just have a great rest of your day as well. Until next time, bye! You can join our freaky family both on Instagram and Facebook and find all of the featured photos from this episode at Sips of Crime.
Check out our website, www.sipsofcrime.com. There you can get to know a little about us and stay up to date with our monthly newsletter. We love connecting with our listeners and enjoy sharing your personal true crime, paranormal, or just downright funny stories. So submit those through the form provided on the website.
You can also help us grow our freaky family by sharing the podcast with others. And of course, let's not forget rocking our merch.
Thanks for listening.
Stay alive.